No weather to speak of, sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Harris.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is Harris on the draw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and the Cowboys have recovered.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
Room here to run. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Ballage. Touchdown! Kalen Ballage. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of the team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. The families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
But ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll run here with Ballage. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. DJ Chark, 36 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Let's go.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
79 yards. For him, as he has been tough to stop here this first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and 15. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
You don't have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but
looking for Austin, intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Mayfield.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Now Mayfield on 4th down, rolling to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this is caught inside the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll go with Foreman, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
D'Onta Foreman,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
A first down throw for Mayfield.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mayfield on play action. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Ballage. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He'll drop to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. On the give, this is Harris. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He gets it complete to Harris.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this will be caught at the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Harris. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. In motion comes the tight end left. They hand this off to Harris. And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Mayfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ballage. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They run it with Ballage. And unable to get downhill there, as he'll take this up to about the 37. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Touchdown, Cowboys! DJ Chark with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago, as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now, as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
2nd and 14.
On the delay, here's Harris. And he gets it down to the 32. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to go for it all.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Foreman. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Hey, check that, street.
Now receiver in motion left. They'll try and run with Ballage. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back to throw Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
That would looks like he'll throw here. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. You see, it's two type of